Hello students, good morning. Students, in last class I have started statutory corporation. Okay, and in that topic I have also finished the features of statutory corporation. Now I have started merits of statutory corporation. Okay, so today is 8th July 2020. Okay, and your chapter is going on chapter number 3rd, and the name of the chapter is private, public and global enterprise. Private, public and global enterprises. Okay, and this is your page number 1 of today's class. So students, I have started merits of statutory corporation. Merits of statutory corporation. Statutory corporation. Okay, so look here. First point is, before the point you can also write it. This form of organization enjoys the following advantages in its working. Point number one has been given: operational flexibility. Students, this type of the organization is independent in their functioning. Okay, so they can enjoy the operational flexibility. So you can write it: they enjoy independence in their functioning and there is sufficient scope for flexibility and initiative. Okay students, so it means that will be related on the easy way for the flexibility and initiative. They are free from undesirable government regulations and control because there is no interference of the government. Okay, so you can also write it also: they are free from undesirable government regulation and control. It means there is no requirement of any type of the restrictions that has been interfered by the government. Okay, so that is the first merit of the statutory corporation or public corporation. Okay, second point is freedom from interference. So you can also tell it also here that will be related on the operational activity, and next activity is based on the next merit is based on the freedom from interference. So on the basis of the without any type of the interference, that is the flexibility, but it has been also categorized in the two different parts. First is operational flexibility and second is freedom from interference. Okay, so you can also clarify it. So as funds of these organizations do not come from the central budget, it means these types of the fund has not been shown in the central budget when the budget has been passed by the government. So there is no type of the announcement has been done. So you can write it as funds of these organizations do not come from the central budget, comma, it is free from interference of the government in its day-to-day working, which ensures better and efficient working, better and efficient working. Because the budget has not been passed, here there is no interference of the government regarding the budget of the government. So on the basis of that type of thing, the it has been performed their activity with a better and efficient working way. Okay, clear students? If you have any doubt, then you can ask the query. Okay. Third point is autonomous setup. Autonomous setup. So you can write it here also. As these enterprises are students, this is your page number 2 of today's class. So in the last page I have written, as these enterprises are autonomous organizations, they frame their own policies and procedures within the powers assigned to them by the act. Okay, it means the organization has been performed their duties on the basis of their act. However, the act may require prior approval of a particular ministry on certain issues. It means at the time of the any type of the necessary thing, any type of the specific decisions, there is the approval required of the particular ministry. Okay students, now fourth and last merit of the statutory corporation, that is facilitates economic growth. Okay, so here such enterprises contribute to the economic development as they have the power of the government along with the initiative of private enterprises. Okay, so that is based on the facilitates economic growth. So on the basis of that type of thing, these are the merits of the statutory corporation. Okay, now students, limitations or demerits of the statutory corporation. Demerits is also, you can call it demerits oblique limitations of statutory corporation. Okay, so this type of organization suffers the different types of the limitations. Okay, some are as follows, so you can write it here. Some limitations as follows. Point number 1, theoretical autonomy. So, as per the heading, you can also tell it theoretical autonomy means these steps of the organization can perform the work only on the papers. It means that is the first and main disadvantages, main limitations of the statutory corporation. Maximum types of the work that has been performed on the documentations only. Okay, so this is your first demerits. So you can write it: the autonomy and flexibility of such enterprises exist on paper only. It means these types of the organization can perform the work only papers. In reality, a statutory corporation or public corporation is subject to many rules and regulations and does not enjoy as much operational flexibility in its working. You've also written the merits of the statutory corporation operational flexibility. So actually that is only on the paper, because there are some restrictions, there are some different types of the rules and regulations has been passed on that type of the statutory organization. So it is only on the paperwork. So you can write it also: in reality, a statutory corporation is subject to many rules and regulations and does not enjoy as much operational flexibility in its working. It means that is only on the paper. Okay. Now second disadvantage is government interference. You have also written the merits. There is no interference of the government, but actually this is not government interference. Students, in the merits you have written freedom from interference, but this is the some points. This is not a good, this is not a in a positive attitude. So in the some types of the decision, there are the different types of the politicians, some different types of the bureaucrats also involved at the time of the decision making. Okay, so in case of any type of the major decision regarding the huge fund involvement, regarding the investment of any specific type of the work, so at that time the political interference is also involved in such type of the organizations. Okay, so in that cases there is the interference, so that is also the disadvantages or demerit of the statutory corporation. Okay, so you can write it: the working of public corporations is subject to interference from bureaucrats, bureaucrats and politicians. Okay, politicians, especially in case of major decisions and where huge, next page students, funds are involved. Okay students, this is your page number 3 of today's class. Okay, clear? Third demerits is undesirable practices. Okay, so here in statutory corporation, comma, officials may misuse their autonomy and indulge in unfair practices. Unfair practices means as like corruption, okay, so that are against the objectives of such enterprises. Okay, students, clear? So now next and last demerits is delay in action. Government often appoints advisors to the corporation board full stop. It adversely affects the freedom in entering into contracts and other decisions. So in that case, any disagreement, the matter is referred to the government whether further delay actions. It means on the basis of that type of the point, the decisions will be delayed. So you can write it also. In case of any disagreement, comma, the matter is referred to the government, comma, which further delays action. So on the basis of that type of the reason, the decision will be delayed. Clear, students? So today students itna hi. So remember, students, prepare your copy in a proper way. Okay, so students, if you have any doubt, then you can also ask the query. Okay, students.